Hi, everyone. So you're probably going to sense a bit of sarcasm in this video. I'm kind of doing it just to be funny. Here's the post-it note version size of the solution. And this is based on the fact that you've already done the work to understand how the poem works. And you've already went through past one, which is where the poem tells you the proper place to start. Like T.S. Eliot says, you'll arrive at the starting location and know it for the very first time. Now, remember, we confirmed the starting point going through the difficult part of everything, right? So we know that we're at the right space. And here's the post it note size version of the solve. You go to the place that it tells you to start where warm water salt, which is the wheel. So he's telling you basically that we have to create the foundation, we have to found the blaze. You come in here and you read the poem again from begin it. Begin it where warm water salt, take it in the canyon down. Not far, but too far to walk. So now it says, from there, it's no place for the meek. This is no place for the meek. The end is ever drawing nigh. You have to walk clockwise. But also, you have all of these cairns and this map are on sites labeled A, B, C, D, E. So the E and D and the sun is ever drawing nigh because every day the sun follows this pattern. There will be no paddle up your creek, just heavy loads and water high. Those lines are referring to these two lines that I have here. I go from the center of the wheel to the D cairn because that's the water cairn. And you can find that out by reading the information online. And then it says, if you've been wise and found the blaze, well, the sun is the blaze. You're standing here and you're facing the sun. So you put your back to the sun because you're looking down from the perspective of the sun. And this is taking you to water high. So we got heavy loads and water high. That's the water theme side. So all we need to do at this point now is we need to actually follow the poem. Just like it said, this is the D line. It came down into Five Springs Basin. That is the physical place for warm water salt. It's also where the headwaters is of Five Springs Creek. Five Springs Creek starts here and it goes down and it enters Five Springs Canyon over here. And then it goes down over Five Springs Falls. Then it goes into the Five Springs Lower Camp. And then it goes out, of course, and it goes down here into the Bighorn River. Now, if we follow the sun line, it comes down and it actually crosses over the place that we're supposed to put in. So we leave the wheel, we hop in, we walk down past that overlook bench, we get into our car over here, and he's telling us to take it in the canyon down. But it's not far, it's too far to walk. So we're close enough to walk here, except for the fact that we die if we jumped off this cliff. So what he's telling you to do is go on the road that you're taking until you get to the first place that you could walk from. So we drive in our car, we get down to alternate 14, we follow alternate 14 down to the point where we're supposed to put in. When you get to the point that you're supposed to put in, there are going to be signs there describing heavy loads and water high, which is the waterfalls. And it's going to describe go this way to get to the campground. A campground is a place that you would tarry scant. And this campground has a view, it has a marble gaze. It's to go there to hike a small quarter-mile trail and view the falls. So we go on that road with our car, we get up to the parking spot at the campground, we walk on the trail, we read the signs there to once again confirm that we're in the right spot, and we hop on the trail and we head towards the falls. We do that until we reach the point of where the sun line intersects the creek. At that point, we go off the trail, we go straight down and cross ford the creek, and we find the blaze on the opposite side of the creek, embedded in a wall of heavy loads. We go there. Now that we found the physical blaze, we look quickly down, we take the chest, we hop on our car, and we get out of here. That's the solve in a post-it note. Now, you could stop the video at this point, but I'm just going to let you know. Obviously, that's only like 1% of the work. The only reason why this solution worked is because I did all the work up front. I went over and analyzed the poem to make sure that I'm able to do what the poem is telling me to do. I fully understand the poem. I didn't remove any spaces. I didn't change any of the words. I didn't remove any punctuation. I literally did what the poem told me to do. And it told me to locate the title to the gold, which turns out to be the word treasure. Then it tells me to do exactly what Forrest Fenn did, spell out the word treasure down that column, beginning with the T and halt. And you're basically using each line as an instruction in order to do that. That in turn reveals the phrase, try the wheel. Then, after you got the phrase, try the wheel, the end of stanza 4, Carrie Scantwell Marble Gaze is hinting at the fact that you're going to go to this camp. And then the fifth stanza confirms which state the wheel it is in and that it's the medicine wheel. And then stanza 5 just defines the title because the first time through the poem, you're not going to have the chest and you're not really going to know what to do. So stanza 6 is confirming the fact that it's telling you to listen to the rhymes of the words. Gold and cold are going to rhyme up bold and old. It sends you back up to the first stanza. So you know that title to the gold is up there. And this fifth stanza, seek rhymes with meek and creek and weak. So he's sending you back up to there and he's defining what those things are, referring back here. So that's the post-it note solved. The reason why the videos were long is because I don't like if I would have just came out and put this out there, people wouldn't understand. So I wanted to back up what I say with proof. I did a grammar analysis of the poem to show you how to properly read the poem. That was step 1. That's the most important part that you have to do. Step 2 is now that I understand the poem, I read it again in order to see what the poem is telling me to do. I didn't find the chest, but I located the title. I followed Forrest Fenn's steps and I revealed the secret message that he had in there. And that confirmed the starting point. So that's 99% of the work right there. That's the hardest part. That's what nobody figured out except for Sam Smith and I. So the other people that were looking at the wheel used that and then they basically just solved the ending. All right. Now, if you just look around the wheel, there's not that many choices for places that it can end. So using brute force, you could find it. But Jack or anybody else that doesn't understand the poem is not going to realize how I arrived at this destination. And that's it, folks. I wanted to be a little sarcastic here because people were saying, where's the posted version? Here it is. This is it. Good luck. And if anybody wants to challenge it, I'm open for any ideas that you have. But I'm not going to pay attention to anything until somebody comes along and does exactly what I did. Show me how the poem got you where your solve is, and do so without modifying the poem and without using any other source. No Thriller to Chase book, nothing. Just show me how your poem works by reading the poem. If you could do that, then you've done what I did and proved your solve. If you don't do that, then you're just talking. And talking the talk is one thing, walking the walk is another. So back it up. Show us. Make a video. Show everybody how great your solution is and how well it works with the poem. I'll be the first one to watch it because maybe somebody will come along and prove me wrong. And I look forward to it. So, anyway, folks, have a good weekend. Peace.